What up, suckers? Welcome back. My name is Dusty. This is another Culture Unlimited production. You know the PUP? Yeah, you know, man. Today we're going to do some hip mobility, hip stretches, hip care package. It's all going to be there for us today. So this is generally going to be something that we'll find maybe more palatizing if you start with the body already warmed up rather than working cold. So I'm warmed up right now. Uh, let's see how it goes. First thing that we're gonna do is sitting on our butt with one leg out front, 90 degrees. Other one kind of knee towards your heel, also a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna turn this a little bit. You can see 90, 90. And you can have your hands on the mat if need be. You can have your hands at your heart center if you want. We're just going to rotate from one hip to the other, like so. So hands on the mat for a little extra support. Not only is having the hands on the mat giving me extra support, it's also giving me the resistance of the floor to go deeper into this movement. You're going to get a little bit more stretcher. So this is a good one just to start warming up the hips. Doing extension. Okay. Now, you're going to have your feet out wide, knees in, and just give you a nice crotch shot view there. Knees touch, knees wide, touch, knees wide. Deep activation of the adductor muscles here. Big activation here. Some extension, deeper stretch. Bring it in, touch, bring it out. Deeper extension. I'm going to grab just above my ankles here with a long straight spine, kind of a butterfly effect. And just lean forward into the stretch a little bit here. I'm getting deeper stretch down in there. Let go. Okay, since we're here, seated on our butt, we're going to have our legs out wide like a V. Again, use your hands or don't use your hands. You're just going to lift one leg, bring it in, touch, and it out, touch, breathe in, touch, and out, touch. Strengthening the muscles in the groin here, activating them, getting ready to do some deeper stretches. Other leg, touch, 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 touch. Coming back to our double 90. Now, we're just going to go straight into lifting, boom, placing down, lifting up, and out front. Also, you can do this one with support from your hands. I was lifting from here, rotating my hip inward, keeping my heel off the mat, placing it down. Again, lifting from here, extending, touch, switch, lift, bend, reach, touch, lift, bend, reach, touch. Yeah, I'm already feeling this real good. You might be cramping up. feeling like you need to cramp up. I'm feeling right now, but I've been working hard in this humid sun. I'm inside in the air conditioning right now, but I'll tell my body that. Okay. Now, we're going to step up the movement to a 6-parf Davi hydrate stretch. So we're first going to come into a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hands about shoulder width apart, knees under your hips. I'm going to start with my left leg because it's facing you. I'm going to lift it up, flex foot, 1, externally rotate my hip, 2, extend, 3, back to doggy, 4, 5, and 6. Up, flex foot, rotate, extend, back, boom, boom. One more. Up, foot's flexed, rotate, marking your territory, extend, mark it again, up, boom. I'll show you with the back of the leg in the background. My right leg. Up. I'm gonna make sure also that your knee planted is not coming out of alignment. So call me out if you see something, but still want to keep my knee directly below my hips. My foot's flexed here. Open up, extend, back, whoop, 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 extend. And I mentioned in the last video that you can always look around the room and find a prop. Well, my foot just found the wall, so I'm going to use this as a prop to go a little bit deeper into like a hamstring stretch here. Just bending my elbows, letting my body take me where it wants to go, and got a nice deep stretch here, using the wall to give me some resistance. And I'm gonna bend back and down. So those are some good mobility exercises that you can do to get your body ready for some flexibility, stretches, and just generally gaining bodily awareness, control, and some dynamic movements for your practice. Now we're gonna do some deeper stretches. Okay, we're gonna come to a standing position, and we'll show you the pyramid pose. This is one of my favorite stretches for the hips. It's also going to stretch your legs a bit, but you're going to feel real deep stretch probably from the outside of your leg here all the way down your upper leg. So we're going to set up stepping our front foot forward or step your rear leg back and see show you both angles of this, but my back foot is going to be as much in line with my heel as possible. If you need to step it out a little bit for a wider base and more balance, that's okay. It's not a super wide step. Not like this that we would do with a wide-legged forward fold, but more conservative space between our feet. My heels are in one line. My back foot's turned 45 degrees out. My front foot is square with the front of the mat. We're going to inhale. Lift my chest. Look to the ceiling. Pistol grip hands. Make sure that my hips are staying square, not rotating out. My hips are square to the front of the mat. Inhale up, pistol grip. Reach and slowly bend forward. Gaze always on the horizon, keeping a long, flat spine, hinging from the hip. Now, when you get here, if you need, take a slight bend in your front knee. Try to work the nose to the knee. If you need a little bend, that's okay.
If you want to work to straighten your leg, also okay. You can keep the big extension with your pistol grip. You can frame your ankles with your hands for added stability. This allows you to just focus on the stretch that we're working on. Driving through this front foot. My back is giving you stability. Inhale, create a little space. And exhale, kind of try to lay my chest over my front thigh. And then round, not really round, but bring my knee to my nose or my shin. And I'm feeling this intensely from here all the way down the outside of my upper leg into my calf muscle here. Another thing about putting your hands on the mat, as I always say, it's the floor is also a prop. So it's just giving me something to put resistance on and go a little bit deeper into the stretch. And it takes away the balancing aspect of doing it like so. The inhale, come back up. Set the feet forward. So this other leg, I'm going to face the front. Step my my right foot back this time. Again, back foot turns 45 degrees out. You can maybe see a little better here. Heel should be one line. My front knee is straight. And now arms up. This will grip. Reach the fingers to the sky. Let the shoulders roll down the back. Gaze on the horizon. I'm looking into the camera until I can't. Flat spine. Touchdown. Now this side's a little tighter for me. So I'm going to give up on that grip for now. Just going to come here and focus on my positioning, my spine. Make sure that my hips aren't swaying out. I'm going to bring them back in line so that they're square to the front. Inhale, create a little space. And exhale, find where I'm going to go today, which, as you can see, is not nearly to the level that I did on the other side. My nose is a good 6 inches away from my knee over here, which tells me that I need to give a little more attention to this stretch on this side of my body and try to match things up. And you're ready, add a slight bend in your front knee, take your grip, come back up, and return back to Saucy. This one we're going to do is force pose against the wall. Just gives you a little more space to get deeper into this pose. We're going to spread our feet a little bit wide, turn our feet from 90 as much as possible. Still for a second. Okay. Since I have the wall, I can kind of force my feet a little bit deeper. Big stretch here. I'm going to go a little bit wider with my feet even. Big stretch here. Have your arms against the wall. You can use your arms to deepen the stretch here. Just hold it. The other thing that you can do is pulse. My neck is getting stuck against the wall. Go with different depths. Pushing my knees away. Getting deeper into the stretch. Come back out. Walk the feet in. And now we're going to take a little bit more enjoyable one, the yogi squat. So don't get caught having your feet too close together in this pose, or you might see my heels are coming off the mat. So pay attention to what you need here. See, you don't want to go too wide either. We're going to end up in a horse-like pose. So need to find sweet spot for you, which for me should be right about here. Moving my hands to heart center. Inhale. And exhale, drop into the yogi squat. From here, you can see my pelvic floor is dropping to its furthest extent today. My heels, all of my feet are staying grounded on the mat. I want to make sure that I am keeping a good position with my spine here. Strength from the crown of my head to the ceiling. Bring my palms together, my elbows inside my thigh. As I bring my hands closer to my chest, my elbows are going to push my knees away. Make sure my spine is straight, always checking in. Do a body scan. I'm holding a lot of tension in my ass, so I'm going to release that. You just settle into this pose. If the hands at heart center like this isn't enough, you can also make fists, put them together. I'm going to go even a little bit deeper into this stretch. You've had enough here. Another variation that you can take is a gentle twist. So bring your left hand to the mat in front of your left foot, using your upper arm to push your knee away. And with your free arm, reach. You can see as I'm reaching up, my right thigh is also opening up. So I'm reaching. Again, using this upper arm here to press into this thigh, reaching up, gaze through the end of my fingertips, and finding a twist here. Back to center. Switch. Right hand in front of right foot. Inhale. And exhale. Reach. Twist. Gaze to the fingertips. Checking in with this. Make sure it's not being lazy. Open up. Driving through the floor. Feeling good. Like I should. See what's next. Now we're ready to move to some floor positions, some seated positions, kneeling positions, reclined positions. So we're going to start with half pigeon. Now, I'm going to show you half pigeon first. And if half pigeon is not available to you, if your knee hurts, any pain in this half pigeon, or if you just don't have the range of motion, I'm going to show you the modification for this. When I first started yoga, half pigeon was impossible for me. I would often do it anyway, and it hurt all the time. And I was able to open up half pigeon for me by doing this modification 5 minutes a day on both sides of my body for 30 days and never looked back. So first we'll go down half pigeon. So we'll start in down dog. Press into the palms of your feet, fingers wide. I'm pretty opened up right now, so I'm going to take my full down dog position with my heels on the mat. Shoulders open up. My elbows, I'm going to rotate inward so that the pits of my elbows are directing forward. And I'm going to suck my navel in. My head's hanging heavy. And I'm feeling good. So I'm going to inhale. Left leg comes up, three-legged dog. On the exhale, I'm going to bring it through. Left knee behind left wrist. Left ankle behind right wrist. Working for a 90-degree angle here. My back knee comes down. And in half pigeon, you have so many options. For now, I'm just going to stay right here, working this hip to the mat. My back foot's going to go back a little more. Over here. You can keep your hands framing both sides of your body for a little bit of extra balance. If you've had enough there. Right here, I'm getting a really deep stretch. So I'm just from giving into my arms a little bit, still using them for support. I'm getting much deeper into the half pigeon stretch here. And we can also recline forward. So I'm going to inhale and exhale. Extend all the way down. Really deep stretch for me right here. Bring my arms forward, fingertips reaching, crawling on the floor for resistance. Again, here we're trying to get the hip on the mat. If it's coming way off the mat, you need to adjust and find what's open to you for this pose on this day. You can also fold your arms, rest here, come back up. I like to mix this in always because it's just, I'm here anyway and I can get another stretch, another muscle group. So I'm going to take the bind. I'm going to turn into my bad leg side, grab the bind from the outside of my foot, and just pull my heel into my butt. Not letting my elbow be up. You can see how I'm my elbow up. Where's my foot out like this? So elbow down and in, shoulder back, just pulling in right here. Release, palm down, tuck your back toes, lift your knee, back to three-legged dog. Give it a little shake. Down dog. Take a breath here, reset. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Swing it through. Take half digit on the other side. Trying to get my back leg square, hips square. And now I'm gonna settle into this stretch. You can't see, but my right hip now is down. Right here is not down. Gently lowering myself into the stretch. Kind of crawl your back foot backwards if need be. Now my hip is squarely on the ground. My hips are square to the front. I don't have a perfect 90-degree here, but we're working on it. So a little bit more open on this side. I'm just going to extend my body forward. It's good, reaching my chin, my nose forward, all the way until my chest, belly comes to rest on my leg here. Reach my fingertips forward. Extend. I inhale here, and I'm going to extend a little bit further, crawling my fingertips forward. Now I'm really deep. I don't know if you can see on the video, but my back leg is holding a lot of tension. So if you look closely, you may see me release it here. I'm going to put my head down and release the tension in my leg. I'm also holding a lot of tension in my arms and my shoulders. So I'm going to release that as well. You just relax into this pigeon pose. Inhale, walk your hands back. Planting my left, I'm going to turn into my bad leg. Take the bind on the side, grab even the outside of my foot. Elbow in and down, shoulder relaxed. You can see my gaze. I bring it back to full extension. Twist. You're getting a nice quad stretch all the way up anterior flexor here. I'll show you modification for half pigeon, lazy man's pose. First inhale up to your legged dog. Down dog. Onto your knees. Redefined position. One, never back. And we'll do one side stretch from this profile. Then I'll do the other side facing the camera for another angle. So, setting up like a bridge pose here. Basically touch your heels with your fingertips. I'm going to lift my right leg, place my right ankle over my left knee on the thigh, and thread the needle through, meet my hands just below my knee here, keeping my spine flat to the floor. And I'm going to pull my left knee into my chest. And I can use my right elbow to drive my right thigh away. And I'm just going to stay right here, breathing into it as always. If I want to inhale, back out of the stretch a little, create that space. And on the exhale, deeper into pose. This is a great practice that I've used a lot in my running life. And I like to double dip when I'm in this stretch to just get some extra ankle rotations. So I'll sit here and breathe and just keep my ankle moving. Now, to chain this movement with a few others, I'm going to keep a hold of my left leg, let my right come to the floor, readjust my grip, hug my knee, and I'm going to pull my knee into my armpit, out, around my body, so that my knee comes up to my armpit, away from my rib cage. The same thing right here. I like to take the grip of my palms. You can also come into your forearms. Just make sure that your shoulder is not coming off the mat like this. Bring your shoulder to the mat. It's also going to help you keep your hips both squarely on the mat, shoulder down right here. Now, next movement in the chain, going to reach across my body with my right arm, below my right knee, on my right knee, keep my leg bent, keep both my shoulders on the mat is the most important thing in this stretch. So if this is all you've got right here, stay right here. If your shoulder starts to come up, that's where you've gone just too far. Both shoulders should stay on the mat. My opposite arm is going to extend in the opposite direction. I'm going to work my knee all the way to the mat. This is my favorite stretch there is. You can do this in bed, wake up in the morning. It's just a great stretch. If you want a different type of stretch in this same position, you can readjust, take the outside of your foot, extend your leg out straight, and you're going to get a much, much deeper stretch here. Just make sure that both of your shoulders stay on the mat at all times. And then also, which I haven't done yet because I'm talking to the microphone, look opposite of the direction of your stretch here and relax. So you can explore different grips, taking just over your toes, keep your foot lifted off the ground, experiment with bringing it closer. I like to put the knife, try to put my foot flat on the ground like this. Or another thing that you can do is keep your foot in this position. And I like to just get some dynamic movement here and stretch. Back to center. We'll change profile for you and fix camera. That means this time my left is going to come over my right. Threading the needle, hands meet here, pulling my right knee into my chest. You're going to see my hips coming off the mat a little bit more in this view. It's important just to try to keep your spine on the mat. Pull your bent knee into your chest. I'm using my left elbow to push my left thigh away. Gonna add some ankle rotations here. Breathe, inhale, back out slightly. Exhale, deeper into the stretch. Now I'm going to let my left leg come back down to the mat. Keep a hold of my right. Readjust my grip. Bring my knee out, away from my body, around, and into my armpit. Keeping both hips on the mat, both shoulders on the mat, my spine all the way on the mat. Just hug it in. Yep. I will take the crossbody stretch and cross with my left. Bring my right knee over my body, like so. My gaze is going to go opposite of this twist. My right arm is extending. Both shoulders staying on the mat. And I'm going to take this straight leg stretch. This is going to be a very tight stretch for most people. So I just want to reiterate the importance of the breath. Inhale and exhale. Send your breath to the tight muscles, send it to the tension, and just allow your body to release the tension on deeper, not just deeper, but more comfortably into the stretch. I love this one. Back to center. Rock and roll, knees empty chest. To a seated, slightly position, straight spine, and ready for what's next. Now we're going to set up for camel pose or kapatasana. So if you go back to the last video working with the shoulders, this one's also going to be beneficial to opening up the shoulders. It's going to give us a nice, complete front body stretch, a back bend, a lot of things going on here. So the modified version is going to have a couple stages. That's camel pose. For more advanced practitioners, people with a higher level of flexibility already, you're going to be able to take kapatasana and go deeper into this. So we'll start with camel pose. Okay. Knees hip width apart. Hips directly lying over your knees, shoulders over hips. You're going to start by putting your palms just on the bones of the top of your pelvis here, fingers going down your butt. Inhale, open up the shoulders, look up, and just let your head fall back. Make sure that your hips stay aligned with your knees. Elbows come in, opens over shoulders, and just if that's enough for you, stay in that position. If you need a little more, you could take a full camel pose. So you're going to grab both of your heels with your thumbs on the outside. That's going to help the rotation of your shoulders to open up. Same principle here. You're going to be dragging our pelvis forward, lifting our sternum, letting our head fall back. And remember to breathe here. This is a deep stretch. So inhale, lift your chest, look up. Bend back, find your heels, thumbs on the outside. I'm feeling good here. I'm going to set up, open my shoulders, drag my pelvis forward, lift my sternum like there's a string attached right to my sternum bottom there. Just lift my chest, let my head fall back. And I like to just breathe. Little breaths here. Sometimes it helps me to stick my tongue out. This is a really nice complete stretch, incorporating lots of muscles of the body, lots of different systems, big heart opener, gonna give you a lot of energy. So now we're gonna do Kapatasana. Only do this if camel's very comfortable for you and this deeper pose is within your practice. But this is another progression for you to try. So same thing, inhale, lifting my chest, letting my head fall back. And I'm just gonna gently, with control, find my head all the way to the floor here. Use my hands for support. You can lock your fingers back to your toes. Come back up the way you did. Come back up the way you came into the pose. Again, that's a pretty high level posture, not available to anyone all the time. You need to work up into it, but it is giving you a very deep front outer stretch, especially in your hip flexors here all the way down your quads. And it's a great one too. Great one to continue working on all the time. So moving on. Now we're going to take our reclined hero pose, first with both legs, and then one at a time. I'll show you how to get a little extra stretch out of doing the single leg version of this posture. So I like to go feet together, just my big toes touching, making a V shape with my knees. Maybe this is enough for you. Maybe you come to your elbows. Find comfort here. You don't want your knees to be coming off the ground, so this is good for me. If this is comfortable for you, you can take a big inhale. And slowly lower down all the way to your back. This is very comfortable to bring the arms overhead, taking this grip. And just relax here. And you're also going to get a little bit of work on the ankles in this posture. But I'm having nice stretch in my hip flexors here in the front of my pelvis. Now my quadriceps. Now we're going to slowly come back up just the way we came in. Elbows for support. Hands. And we're back. So now I'm going to do a single leg version of both of these, or both sides. So straighten one leg out. Now I just have my left leg bent. And for this one, I don't even need to go all the way back. Because for me, the best stretch is to be found right here. I put my weight into my right shoulder. You just have to move around a little bit. And I'm going to get the best stretch right here. Really nice stretch. Out. Then do your leg. Square it up.
shifting my weight to the left side. And again, finding that nice deep stretch right here. Both legs out front to end, seated forward fold. Inhale, arms up. And for the first part of the stretch, we want to just reach forward with our face, trying to keep a flat, tall spine all the way and not go any further than we need to for now. Check in, inhale. And I'm getting a really nice stretch, just only going this far. It's not about how far you can go or how far you think you can go. It's just about finding that deep, deep stretch for you right here, which everybody is going to feel. Then when you've spent a couple rounds of breath here, we can move into a couple different variations of this. If you're a guide, sometimes things get a little cramped down there in this pose. So you got to adjust. And we're ready to go again. So inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, I'm reaching forward. Gonna lay my belly on my chest here, reaching my chin towards my feet. My forearms are coming to the mat, elbows down and in. And I'm gonna go as deep as I can here. I don't mind if there's a little curve in my spine. As long as you're feeling a nice deep stretch, you're winning. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, come up. Extend, create a little space, and go a little deeper. You can experiment with different grips. Maybe you can reach, clasp your fingers, flex your feet. Maybe you just want to reach directly over the toes. And the last one I like to do from this position is just tucking my chin to my chest, bringing my hands to the back of my head and rolling into my spine. Now this one is giving me a very deep stretch all the way from the bottom of my back through my shoulders. And when I reach this point right here, I'm getting a deep, deep stretch on the outer portions of both in the hips. So I really like this one. Slowly roll out. Back to a seat position, cross legs. There's our hip flexibility, mobility exercises for the week. Practice, practice, practice. Feel yourself open up. And everything starts in the hips, whether you're having problems on this part of your body or problems on this part of your body. Everything is coming back to the hips. So it's absolutely critical that we give them the attention that they deserve, and it's going to lead to a more enjoyable life for us. Enjoy drill. So another video coming next time. Thank you for joining today. Puma Kocha Unlimited Production.
I'm Dusty. Peace.